Okay, well, thank you for choosing to purchase or considering to purchase one of my content planners. Whichever one you have purchased or considering to purchase, this video is for all of them. So no matter what kind of style you've chosen, the tutorial applies to all of them. So this one I'm using here is the green watermelon one, and you can see with all of the different headings they have the fun watermelon font. At the end I'll show you a few of the different other styles that I have along with the more classic styles as well. But if we go back to the main page here, I'm just going to run through very quickly all of the different functions you have that you can work with. So this is the first master page. You can see down here all of the different names, pages have a different name here. So this is where you can use it in two different ways. You can either just have one main master page for the whole year. What I would recommend doing once you have filled this out, I put a little note here at the bottom. What I'd recommend doing is duplicating the page, and then you have one of those for every month. So you just do that by going to this little arrow down here, clicking on duplicate, and then it will make a copy of it, and then you can just drag it to, say if you wanted it to be for June, you can just drag it there to be the master for June. Just because obviously your strategy is going to change quite, well, for most people anyway, quite drastically throughout the year. So for some months you might have more of a focus on TikTok, Instagram, so that might change what content it is that you're putting out. So that's just a suggestion. You don't have to do that, but I just thought that's what I would be doing. So if you start at the top here, this is where you can insert your own logo. So you just go to insert and then insert image in cell, and find the logo on your PC and click that, and it will automatically fill that in there. I wouldn't copy and paste anything, any of the images that you put in here, because it will just, if you move the page up and down, it's going to move around because it isn't actually inserted into the cell properly. So just to note that you don't want to copy and paste anything. You can see we have the fun watermelon font here. And then this is fully editable. So if you're just going to choose to just have one master page for the whole year, you can just probably take that out and just have it as 2024, 2025, because you can reuse this as many times as you need to over the years. That's a good benefit of this. I'm going to change that to May 2024 just for the purpose of the video. Target audience. So this is where you want to put who it is that you are targeting. So for me, it would be solopreneurs and small business owners, and also content creators. They're the three target audiences I always have in mind. Core foundations. So this is something I talk about quite a lot in like my course and my strategy. I think it's a really good idea, if you haven't already, to know what your core brand foundations are. So they're essentially what are the pillars that your brand sits on. So for me, it's for being accessible, so accessibility, empowerment. I want to empower people to be confident in their social media, and close-knit sense of community. You don't have to fill these out if you don't want to, but I think it's a really good idea for you to have a bit of an idea of what those would be. Tone of voice, again here, a really good idea for you. And like I said, this might change throughout the year, so you might have a bit more of an authoritative tone of voice at different stages of the year. It might be a bit more friendly or entertaining. So again, you don't have to use them, but I think it's a really good idea to fill those out so you know how to speak to your audience that month. Platforms here would be which platforms are you using for that month or for that year. I use TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube as well. Product offers. So this would be where you would fill out what your product offering. So for me, I have an online course. I also have a bespoke strategy service. I have templates, obviously. And I also have a monthly membership. So you can fill these out, up to 10 here that you can have. You don't have to use all of them. And you would decide here how much of your how much of your content for that month is going to be dedicated to these products. So I might have 50% this month is going to be for my course, 20% is going to be for my strategy service, and then 10% for my templates. And I can't count how much is how much is that, 50, 70, so another 20% for my membership. So decide what your allocation is going to be for your offerings, and you might have seen that when you change that here, it's going to change it automatically in this pie chart, or this donut chart as it's technically called, on the right hand side here. Content pillars. Normally the top 4 content pillars would be promotion, entertainment, inspiration and education, but you can change those. You just double click into the cell and you can just type whatever you need to. You can also change what the content types would be. I have put some examples, like the most traditional, I guess, types for each pillar. And again, just like as you had done here with the product offerings, you can decide how much you're going to allocate, how much content is going to be allocated to that pillar each month, which is why I think it's a really good idea to have one of these pages for each month, but totally up to you. So content type is off the back of what we put in here. So we're just giving each of these content types their own row here, their own section. So you might have decided you have special off, since 60%, it's probably too high, 20% is promotions, like promotional content, special offers, discount code. So you get the picture. You are just choosing here how much of your content for that month is being split across these. Moving over to the monthly templates. So for each of the months, I'm starting with January here, even though when I'm filming this it is May, but like I said, you can change these for the year, so you can change this to next year, 2026, and so on. Time, you obviously would just type in, so if you wanted something to go out at 6 p.m, you can put that in there. Key calendar week, if it's you have a specific week you really wanted to focus on, random acts of kindness week off the top of my head, and you can put that in here. And also for national days as well, so National Donut Day or whatever it is that you are wanting to focus on, you can pop that in here. Platforms, you would just tick whichever platform or which platforms the piece of content is going out on, you would just tick those here. Target audience, this is where you would have a little bit of customization come into play. I've already filled out the colours for you, but you probably want to just go in and rename these. So you do that by going to the edit button here, and then you'll see that it comes up with the options on the right hand side. So you literally just delete them out and put in whatever you want to, press save. When you want to click apply to all, so it does the whole column. I'm not going to do it this time, but so you can see that it gives you that option there to change it. It's the same for all of the columns. You can click organic or paid from this drop down here. You can pick whatever content pillar is for that particular piece. Let's say it's an entertaining piece. What type of content is it? I've divided it by colours. Entertainment would be the same colour, so funny video. Content format, what type of post is it? So it's a short form video for this piece. Purpose, so what is the purpose of the piece of content, what you're trying to achieve with it. For this piece, I'm going to pick encourage engagement. Objective, what is the final objective you're trying to achieve? Are you trying to build your following? Are you trying to get sales, saves? I want to build my following with this piece. What product, if any, that it's referring to, what are you trying to sell through it? You don't have to put anything here. You can just leave it blank. So, but I'm going to go for, just put product 3 for now. Promotional offer, so you don't have to put anything here either, but if there's a particular promotion you're running that month at 20% off, free shipping, you can just type that in here. And then finally, call to action. So probably is going to relate to objective, so you can pick that here. I've got a range of buy now, book now, like and share, follow us, etc, etc. For this one it's going to be for follow us. You can see how that really plots out exactly what you're trying to do with your content. So when it comes to your copy, I've actually inputted a formula so that when you type in your copy and you put in your hashtags as well, it automatically pulls it into one caption here. So for example, if I were to write text here and then hashtags here, it pulls it all into one column, so you can just copy and paste it rather than having to copy it from there and paste it into one. That's just making your life a lot easier. So when you would do the same thing you did with the logo, you'd go to insert image in cell, and then find that on your desktop or wherever it is. Again, don't copy and paste, you definitely want to insert that. And then finally, publishing. So if you have an external link that you wanted to copy and paste across from your website or Bitly, whatever you're using, you can put that in there. And then if you're using this for a team, to manage a team, or if you need it to, if you're sending it on to a client, whatever you need approval, you can manage that here by ticking the box once that approval comes in. You can also do the same for when it's scheduled, and finally for when it's posted. So there you go, that's hopefully really helpful. It's definitely helped me to manage my business, and it's also what I've been using for clients for the past 8 years, and we found it to be a really good system. So as I said at the beginning, I have a whole range of fun designs. So this is the watermelon one, and then this is the blue unicorn one, which looks a little bit like this. Then we have pink bubblegum, which looks like this. Blue cheese one, which I think is really fun, with the cheesy headline. Then you have a gold bedazzled one, which is actually the one that I use for my business because it fits in with my branding. And then you have the more classic ones, you know, if the fun fonts aren't really your thing. So you've got the green and you've got the blue one. And finally, you've got the pink one. I am always adding new designs and new colours though. If there is anything that you are personally requesting, please do send me a message and I'll be more than happy to look into that for you.